Welcome back once again. Something serious is happening currently in Rivers State following the politicking getting more intense, and this time disqualifications have just been hovering right and center. Sincerely speaking, Similai Fubara is not seeing this very much funny and he's not happy, and this shows his expression when he held his own screening. He left the premises without even handling or even talking with the media. This is to tell you that he's seriously not happy. But what is playing out and what is actually trending is what I've brought to you on this particular desk. Sincerely speaking, the rumors of APC disqualifying Governor Similai Fubara's loyalists likes of Chijoke Ihuo and co and other persons is what has given more question to what is actually happening to Rivers politics, because at this time Similai Fubara is a sitting governor and his loyalists are there to hold on to this grassroots of re-electing him come 2027. Meanwhile, Nyesom Wike is still in PDP but dining and whining with the APC, formed a coalition of a rainbow coalition including a PDP and APC. Yet in this particular article it is now stated that Similai Fubara's loyalists are now being disqualified while Nyesom Wike's loyalists have actually been cleared. This drives down to the question of asking the National Working Committee of the APC where is their stand, what is actually happening. Is it that they no longer want Similai Fubara for them to even allow Chinda to pick his form while he's still in the PDP, secretly decamped to the APC and did not relinquish his seat as House of Rep member, and they went as far as screening him and clearing him? What is actually happening? Similai Fubara have been cleared, Tonyekula has been cleared, Chinda Oke has been cleared for governorship. Meanwhile, the grassroots holding forth for Similai Fubara, being his loyalists, have not been cleared over the House of Assembly seat they are all vying for. I'm going to be showing you the two published articles that is showing this is what is actually happening in Rivers State. But before I do that, listen attentively to this man and what he stated regarding Nyesom Wike's plot and other things happening in FCT. Now, Nyesom Wike is not just battling with Similai Fubara only in Rivers State. There are issues of land grabbing in FCT. Not only that, there are also issues of litigations in PDP. This is all hovering around one man. Listen attentively to him, and when we come back, we'll continue.
I would like also to discuss a very important national issues. On several video clips I discussed on the illegality and of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory and the Director of Land in respect of kidnapping and bastardizing the master plan of Abuja. But this one is an assault to every resident of the FCT. I'm saying it's an assault to all of us because we should not in any way make our personal interest to supersede the public interest, no matter how the interest will benefit us all. I'm saying this with total sense of responsibility. In Wike, here in Abuja, the Wike Resident Hospital that is about 3.171 hectare. Today, the minister has converted to a residentials and give it out to the developer. Now, where we don't have any district hospital. And if we talk about master plan, how can somebody take a hospital, for goodness sake, a hospital that is meant for more than 500,000 or 1 million residents and give it to individual? And all of us will keep quiet because he is the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. How many ministers do we have? And how many ministers are we going to have? Fellow Nigerians, I think enough is enough. We have seen how this man converted a river to a plot. We have seen how this man chased away people who were lovely doing business in a green area, converted to resident. We have seen how this man reduced a road and make it into a plot of land. But taking away a hospital that is meant for the people of the district that will have an emergency, who have a pregnant women who need an emergency things, and yet you have carried away the plot that is meant for the whole generations and give it to individual. Collected money and allocated that plot. We said enough is enough. This plot number is plot number 546 Cadastral Zones 03 Way Abuja. It's just opposite the Way Modern Market. We should stop that illegality. The minister should revert back that plot to its official and original use and develop that hospital. The developer is even a fool The developer, I said, is a fool. How can you? Oh God, oh God. Why is this renewed hope wants to destroy our hope? Why? May God see us through.
Welcome back once again. You've seen the cries at which residents and indigenes in FCT have cried out regarding what Nyesom Wike is actually doing in FCT. Now, Nyesom Wike over there in FCT having issues with the residents and indigenes over there. Here in Rivers State, battling it with similar Fubara. There in PDP, having internal crisis on litigation and all of that. This is hovering around one man. Now, this is the more reason why Similar Fubara had decided to cry out, because things are now going sour. As you could see on your screen, according to Sahara reporters, APC disqualifies Governor Fubara's loyalists, orders from Rivers Assembly primaries, clears those linked to Wike. Before we go to the details of this particular information, it was not only Sahara reporters that made this particular publication. As you could see, according to Nigerian Stories, it stated All Progressive Congress APC Screening Committee has disqualified former factional speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Victor Okojumbo, and 64 other aspirants from contesting the forthcoming State Assembly primaries for the 2027 general election. Most of the aspirants disqualified are called loyalists of Similar Fubara. Now, let us go to Sahara reporters to get the full details and reasons probably why they were disqualified. This is the reason why Similar Fubara probably frowned at yesterday's screening and he decided to keep mute, and this time look at what he's playing at. In full details, in the move that further deepens the political wage in Rivers State, the APC or Progressive Congress have disqualified further several aspirants perceived to be loyal to Governor Similar Fubara from contesting the party's primaries for Rivers State House of Assembly. A comprehensive report by the APC Screening Committee obtained by Sahara reporters on Monday reveals that out of 98 aspirants who appeared for the exercise on May 9 and 10, 2026, only 33 were cleared, while a staggering 65 were screened out for various alleged infractions. The lead reason for the mass disqualifications was anchored on Article 9.3 of the party constitution, which restricts the right to vote or be voted for to only full registered and financially up-to-date members. However, sources within the party indicate that many of those disqualified are associates of Governor Similar Fubara, who recently sought a platform in the APC amidst the ongoing crisis in the state, with his predecessor and Minister of FCT being Nyesom Wike, who had sought to control the state machinery. The committee strictly applied the financial membership rule, contending that their nominations were endorsed by persons who failed to discharge their financial obligation to the party. Among those listed as not cleared are Timothy Chime and these names you are actually seeing here. The screening exercise held at the APC State Secretariat in Port Harcourt was not without drama. The committee chair by Right Honorable Ajibola reported an incident of bribery involving Mr. Tony Carrick Tom George as aspirant for the Asari 1 seat. Furtherance, according to the report, Tom George allegedly approached the committee and handed over an envelope containing money alongside his passport photograph in an apparent attempt to improperly influence the screening process. The matter was promptly reported to the police. Subsequently, Tom George was disqualified on the grounds of inducement and attempted bribery of committee members. The committee also noted a breach of decorum by Mr. Victor Okojumbo, who insisted on entering and screening venue with a retinue of security aides. This led to the confrontation with police officers on duty before security agents eventually brought the situation under control. Beyond the political loyalist and bribery allegations, the committee cited several other technical grounds for the disqualification of 65 aspirants. Among them are submission of unsworn affidavit, failure to present valid voters card or party membership slip, conflicting dates of birth, invalid affidavits that fail to disclose material particulars relating to NECO certificates, and insufficient nominators, with some aspirants failing to secure the required 3 nominators per ward. Furtherance, only 33 aspirants who successfully navigated the rigorous exercise were reportedly loyalists of Nyesom Wike. Among those cleared to participate in the upcoming primaries include these names you're actually seeing here. The committee, which included Honorable Tanko as secretary and Samuel Danjuma as member, concluded that the disqualifications were necessary to uphold the democratic ideals and progressive principles of the party. However, the mass purge of aspirants linked to the Fubara camp is expected to trigger fresh legal battles and further inflame the volatile political atmosphere in Rivers State as the APC prepares for the House of Assembly election. This is a detailed information and the reasons at which they were disqualified. At this time, this is not favoring Similaye Fubara. That is the more reason why he has gone as far as crying out to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC at large that this were actually the promise that you people made to me, but it is not being kept and is not being fulfilled. Probably this is the reason why Similaye Fubara frowned at when he was screened and when he left that particular premises, because if his grassroots is not being held, how then is he going to contest or probably clinch on that particular position, knowing fully well that Nyesom Wike has vowed that he's not going to return to the brick house come 2027. And on the vast view, a lot of persons started questioning that why is it that Nyesom Wike's loyalists were not screened out. Look at it. So likes of Okechinda, who furtively registered as a member of APC on Monday 27th April 2026 while still being identified as a PDP member and minority leader of the minority parties in the House of Representatives, wants to be the flag bearer of the APC in Rivers State for the 2027 governorship election over an incumbent governor who moved to the APC on Tuesday 9 December 2025 and was issued his membership card on Friday 12 December 2025. This is now what a lot of persons have started asking. Look at it, as you could see on your screen. This is the voters card of this particular honorable member. Now the question is the APC and the National Working Committee actually working for Similaye Fubara, or are they in disguise of favoring the FCT minister at this time? So many persons have actually cried out. Sincerely speaking, this is not a favorable note for Similaye Fubara. That is the more reason why he may have frowned over what is happening, because the politicking is getting more intense and the federal might is about leaving his own decks to Nyesom Wike's decks. As everything is going to be unfolding, we're going to be bringing you all in full detail. If this is your first time meeting this channel, do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and click on the like button so let's get informations promptly when we drop them here. If this is your first time meeting this channel, don't forget to react positively on the comment section, advise both parties and the necessary steps for Similaye Fubara to take so that he will be salvaged, so that at the end of the day, the priority of the masses will play out. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.